Alright, so who we got today? So we've got Odyssey. No idea what this is, but interesting pick. Odyssey. Alright, this was a promotional album designed to test the quality of the Altec speakers. It contains various artists. It's a compilation album, and it is now considered a collector's item these days. I looked it up and I saw this album selling for $38 on eBay. I didn't pay that much for mine, but it's selling for $38. Very interesting facts. We have the Ritchie family, Arabian Nights. I think we're going to go disco. That's what it seems like. Fun facts about the Ritchie family. They were a USA female trio vocal group from Philadelphia with hits from the disco era. Some of their famous songs are Best Disco in Town, African Queens, Brazil, and Quiet Village. They had hits back to back to back. And the entire group was created by French producer Jacques Morale. He had a lot of session vocalists that would sing on his productions. For example, Honey and the Bees and The Sweethearts of Sigma from the Sigma Sound Studio. They're not a birth family, but in music, it's family. And strictly instrumental. Alright, I think everything's all in the title here. Well, let's give these a listen. That's hard. Warwick Records. Alright, so strictly instrumental is similar to the Odyssey. It is also a compilation album, but this one is specializing in instrumental hits from 1977. It was pressed in the UK from Warwick Records. And a lot of the songs on it seem to be easy listening. Well, let's give it a listen. Lots of gems, lots of gems.
I say what I think that the company stinks. Yes, I'm a union man.
Okay, so I've more or less organized the samples into something, but now I'm going to break it down into tracks. I'm going to organize them into percussive sounds like drum kits, strings, melodic percussion like kalimbas, and strings and vocals. I already said strings, I love strings. Vocals and other things like effects that I heard on some of the tracks that I could possibly use, piano even. So now I'm just going to organize it over here into sounds and, you know, prepare my palette before I dive into figuring out what I could possibly create to this, because as of now I have zero ideas. So I'm going to sit here for a while, play around, and hear what I hear. Alright, I had to take a quick coffee break because I don't like where this is going right now, so I might have to start all over. I'm having to transpose too many of the samples in order for them to all be in the same key, and it's driving me crazy. I did not want this kind of transposition workout today, but that's what it's giving me. So I'm going to play around with a few more other things and see if I can feel inspired to do another part from any one of these as a sample. I've got some drum hits and I fixed the percussion, the cymbals, the hi-hats and stuff like that, so maybe I can just find some other melody because the strings is insane. There's so many things to transpose that I'm like, I need a coffee break. I need a something break, like I need a cupcake. Something to take my mind off of how much of a workout it's giving me. It's a good thing, but I'm workshopping this. I'm not really satisfied with it, honestly. So if you don't like it either, hey, high five. We both don't like it. Let's continue on and see where this goes. We're just rolling with it, so let's roll. I'm not starting over. No. I'm gonna roll with this. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna make this work. So, Odyssey I use for the kicks and the kalimba that you hear. Let's put that there. The Ritchie family I use primarily for all of my drum hits, the drum fills. That's pretty much all of this orange here that you see is the Ritchie family. All of the hits, and then I just put it all together with the hi-hats. I took some of the crashes from the Odyssey, mixed it in with the Ritchie family. And for strictly instrumental, I use the strings and the flutes and all of that instrumental goodness, some of the brass. I added my own brass to this because I felt it just needed a little extra more. Unfortunately, I don't feel inspired anymore yet because this took a lot of creative energy out of me. I know it's weird to say, but it did. But I'm sure if I slept on it, put it in the closet, in the back, in the dark space for a few days and then came back to it, I might have more inspiration for it, possibly. I'm not sure. But for now, this is what I've got. So let me know in the comments below if you like it or not, or if you have your other ideas.